Okay, when we write a percentage, convert it to a decimal fraction, or write a percentage as a decimal fraction, there's one thing that we have to do before we can write the decimal fraction. Now remember, this is what the percentage looks like, but to make it easier, you can put in a step where you can convert this or write the percentage as a common fraction first. So in this case, your percentage sign, again like in the previous one, you are going to write the percentage sign as the denominator. Everything that's in front of it is going to be your numerator. Okay, and remember what I said, as soon as you see the words decimal fraction, your place values are very important, and then you are more than welcome to write that at the top. So you're going to have your units, your tens and your hundreds. And what makes it easy with percentages is that your place values and your denominators is always going to be 100. If it's not, I'll show you later then how you can convert it to become 100. Okay, now in this case your denominator is going to show you where you have to start writing with your place values. So in this case your 100 is going to be there, and then your numerator is going to be the value that you start writing from the back. So in other words, you're going to use the 100th, that is where you have to start, because that's your denominator. The numerator is 17, so I'm going to write the 7 and then the 1. Now to show you that it's a decimal, I'm just going to keep on writing by putting the comma where it was, and then there's no units. So then to write this 17% as a decimal fraction, it's going to be 0,17. Then the next one, now you see there's only one digit and it's 3%, but I'm going to stay with the same rules. So I'm going to write the percentage sign then as your denominator. Okay, and then everything that's in front I'm going to write as the numerator. Staying with the same rules, decimal fraction means your place values is going to help you to know where to write your values. And sometimes the problem with this is that you leave out some of the place values, or you leave out some of the zeros, and that is where the mistake comes in. So this step here is very important to help you to start writing the decimal fraction at the right place, under the right place values. So in this case, remember, it's going to be 100th, so that is where I start writing under the H. Then I'm going to look at my numerator, and that's going to tell me what value I'm going to have, what percentage that I'm going to write as a decimal. Now you can see these gaps to get to the unit. So the only thing I'm going to do, I'm going to fill it up with zeros. My comma stays where it is, and there is no units. So the 3% can be converted or written as a 0,03 as a decimal. Okay, there is the other one. Okay, so my denominator again is going to be 100, and then my value that's in front of my percentage sign will be the 89, and then again my place values is going to be the same thing. And then I'm going to start writing, because my denominator is 100, I'm going to start at that column or under the H, and then I'm just going to start writing from the back, and then where my commas is going to stay there, and there's no units that I'm going to write. So my 89% is going to be 0,89. Now here's another one again. Like I said earlier, you can pass the 100%. So again, when you have profit or a loss, hopefully not, then you can still have 123%. Now you're going to see that it's going to be exactly the same rule that we apply. But I want you to see what happens when it passes the 100. So again, the denominator is going to be 100. Okay, and everything that's in front of your percentage sign, that will be your numerator. Staying with the same method, I'm going to have the units, the tens, the hundreds, and then I'm going to start writing the numerator from the back or under the H, the hundreds. Then it's going to be a 3, a 2. But now I'm going to pass the comma. My comma stays where it is. I'm not going to move this, and then I'm going to keep on writing. So there you're going to see that 123%, when I write it as a decimal fraction, it's going to have a unit as well. So if you think back of the previous one where we had the numerator bigger than the denominator, it actually is one, it was 1 unit, and then the rest was the decimal fraction.